right, gentlemen. This is Chad with Chit Chats on our podcast event that we're getting ready to have. So, if you guys want to go ahead and just state your names, stuff like that, we'll get all that through, and then we will go ahead and roll on with the questions. If you hear any chiming or anything like that, audience and superstars, that is people tuning in to hear the podcast. So if you do hear dings or anything like that, that's just people tuning in to take a listen and everything like that. So, gentlemen, yep, if you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves, that would be awesome.
My name is Chris Higby, aka Chris Chaos, one half of the Bulletproof Posse.
I'm Josh DeVos, or Scrubby, or Dirty Scrubs McGee in wrestling. Well, the Scrubs comes from everybody calling me Scrubby because I'm a hardcore juggalo, and in the juggalo scene, everybody calls me Scrubby. But the rest of it, the Dirty Scrubs McGee, comes from the guy who trained me. He just thought it would be funny to call me that, so it stuck.
So initially, I had came up with the name Chris Chaos because I had another guy who was actually a vet recommend that all good wrestling names play off of your real name in some way. So I was sitting around my living room and I came up with the Chris Chaos idea. And at that point, I really had no idea. Like, I didn't have an image. I didn't have an idea about where I wanted to go with it. But then it eventually turned out like I wanted to do something street, something not necessarily thuggish because I didn't want to have people think I was like Malibu Most Wanted or whatever. And I was a huge original ECW fan, and I kind of liked the Baldies, but my teenage years I was a big New Jack fan. So kind of a mixture of that is kind of the origin, I guess you could say. But now, moveset wise, I definitely kind of like to watch a lot of like Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. But then also, again, the ECW original Taz, because I like a lot of the suplexes and the submission holds and stuff that I'm trying to put in my repertoire more. Yeah, my gimmick does not really reflect, I guess, who I am outside of the business. I mean, I grew up in a small town in Middle Tennessee with a lot of people around me who listen to like country and stuff, especially growing up with my grandparents. But I always liked other stuff. Like I grew up listening to rap and rock and just a wide variety of stuff. But yeah, Chris Chaos, the gimmick, does not really reflect me on a personal standpoint. But I have a lot of fun just running with it, though. For the November show, we've upgraded just from having like basic T-shirts that we're wearing out. We're gonna have like fully custom like football jerseys, kind of like the old school Public Enemy. Again, from the original ECW, and I know they went up to like WCW and had a short stint in WWE. But tag teams like that, you don't really see a whole lot of anymore. So I want to like bring back like that style of tag team wrestling. That's kind of like Smash Mouth, in your face, kind of like middle fingers in the air, just straight raw emotion and just ultimate heel, really.
I thought you were going to say raw dogging it. I'll say I'm more of the in-your-face, not afraid to say anything or piss anybody off type person of the group, though.
For the November show, we've upgraded just from having like basic T-shirts that we're wearing out. We're gonna have like fully custom like football jerseys, kind of like the old school Public Enemy. Again, from the original ECW, and I know they went up to like WCW and had a short stint in WWE. But tag teams like that, you don't really see a whole lot of anymore. So I want to like bring back like that style of tag team wrestling. That's kind of like Smash Mouth, in your face, kind of like middle fingers in the air, just straight raw emotion, and just ultimate heel, really.
I thought you were going to say raw dogging it.
No, to be honest, I thought he was going to say raw dogging too. Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, you can cuss and everything like that. I really don't give a shit. I think it's just more real. No, that's interesting because I don't know, and it's actually a good thing because I don't know like a lot of people that actually like plan like that. Almost have a business plan to their next step and stuff like that. I mean, they have visions of their future, but I've never really heard of anybody kind of planning ahead of time, especially with a tag team, because a tag team I think is more efficient if you're trying to get out there. Even if eventually you break off individually, it kind of just still gets you out there to just kind of be to work as a team, to get your name out there and stuff like that. Because, like they say, two heads is definitely better than one. And, with like that, like I said, a lot of people don't do that. And that's actually kind of a good tip because even me, myself, like I've been in it for years. I guess I've never really, I think at maybe one point, I went down to Florida. I went down to TNA Developmental when TNA was hot, when TNA was big. And Terry Taylor, which is the Red Rooster, he's their head like scout talent that was down there. He was telling me about something like that, but I was kind of young and dumb, I guess, and didn't really understand it in a way also. And then, yeah, he was kind of telling me about, you should have a plan. You should have, what kind of gimmicks you're going to come out with, on to make more money. And, he was just giving us all kind of little tidbits to kind of get ahead. And I can't thank him enough. But at that time, when I moved back and everything, like I had like a set plan. I had T-shirts made. I had pictures made. Like I was like on it. You know what I mean? And it just it kind of finally caught up with me, and I kind of stuck with it. So yeah, you guys are definitely on the right path. I definitely agree with that. Having a plan, gimmick sales and stuff like that. Definitely like a good idea. I see that Knuckles is kind of jumping in and out and everything like that. Knuckles, feel free, man, to like jump in if you want on our conversation. It's not a problem. Awesome, fellas. Yeah, my next question is, what's your vision in the end? Like, what's your future goal? Like, where do you see yourself in wrestling? Let's say like 2 years.
I gained 40 pounds, not 60. Not bad.
Yeah, definitely be tag champions at least once. Which I know, depending on who you ask, it's not always about that. But for me personally, I think having a title run, it means a lot. It's not just I had a vet a long time ago say, well, it's just a prop. No, to me, it's not just a prop. It's a show of respect. It shows that you've put a lot of time and effort into the craft, and in some way, the promoter goes, oh, sees it and respects it. But yeah, like my ultimate goal is just a title run with Scrubby here, and just to be listed as a top team in AACW. Ultimately, like I'd like people just to start reacting the second they hear our music, like have it just be so established that they start hearing it and they instantly start booing, or who knows, that far down the line, maybe they're cheering for us. Maybe, things have changed. Another one of my favorite tag teams is the Briscoe brothers over in Ring of Honor. And I know the word tweener is always kind of like highly frowned upon, but when you have a gimmick that works, you can just take on all opponents, regardless of heel or face or whatever.
No, I definitely agree with you there. Like, it used to be put up there like a prop, but anymore, I think in this like day of age with wrestling, I think it's more of like a respect factor. It looks good on your resume that you're loyal. You show up and stuff like that. So I definitely think it is a big respect factor. And I like how you kind of said too that it's more you earn it. You kind of show more into something, and then you get that's kind of like your grand prize. It does mean some more to a lot more people. You know what I mean? To stuff like that too as well, to where some people just like and then some people are like that's what I want. That's my end goal. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely a good concept.
And getting a title to me just means that the company believes in you and respects you. And if the fans ever start cheering us, I'm going to make sure they go right back to booing, because I can't picture myself ever being the face.
No, I agree with you. Well, even this past Saturday, which the recording, I guess, and stuff that got kind of messed up for the show. But even when I went out there, like I was kind of in between, where usually I get cheered. This time I kind of got like cheered and booed, and I guess even when Damien went out there for his match with Johnny Crisis, they were booing Damien, which they usually don't do either. So it's a rough game. I guess it's whatever the crowd feels.
I think it's fun being a champion. When I was at one point, I was looking forward to finding the next person to take it from me, so they can be elevated in the company. And I always enjoy doing that for people.
Well, no, that's definitely a good aspect too. I mean, I think titles and promotions. I mean, it's definitely a respect thing to have it, but then I also too, I think it is a good way of putting people against people that have titles to push them forward to kind of pull them out of the crowd to elevate their like career more. Because I even with AACW, it's starting to happen now. I wish it would have the crowd would have reacted differently in the beginning, but now even with Damien DeVille, his character, he got some title shots, so now he's going kind of really really good with a good pace of everything and stuff too, to where people are starting to respond to him more. He's taking on more responsibility and stuff like that. So I think yeah, it definitely elevates people.
Yeah, like I want to have the Bulletproof Posse just be that tag team where people are like, man, I hate them. I hate them so much, but fuck, they're cool. Damn it. I'm going to go buy a shirt now.
Oh no, I like that too, man. It's the same thing with the 3D, like the 3D boys, like or the Team 3D. if you look at them, they've like went back and forth. I remember I did a seminar with Devon down in Florida, and he was telling us about how much he's like a really nice guy. Bubba's like a straight dick, like that's him in real life. But he said you wouldn't believe, like, they never knew what kind of crowd reaction they were going to get when they were like messing around in the indies, to where Devon, since he's the bigger guy, you would think he'd be kind of tamed, and he's like, I'd be tamed, and he's like, Bubba, I guess, would rile up crowds so much to where they would actually have to get escorted to their vehicle to even fucking leave a show because they were afraid people were going to be like outside the door and shit fucking waiting for them, which I'm like, that's some fucking major heat, dude.
Overall, as a team, I'd like us to, like, maybe if, say, the next building is a little bit bigger, still have that awesome, consistent crowd, maybe even a couple more people, and just keep having awesome shows and keep the fans, consistently coming back and begging for more, really. And best believe, all within approval from Shane, me and Scrubby are going to do our absolute best to keep pissing off people and saying the most offensive shit within reason. And ultimately, I'd almost like it if they started throwing trash at us after wins or something. That'd be pretty wild. Overall, as a team, I'd like us to, like, maybe if, say, the next building is a little bit bigger, still have that awesome, consistent crowd, maybe even a couple more people, and just keep having awesome shows and keep the fans, consistently coming back and begging for more, really. And best believe, all within approval from Shane, me and Scrubby are going to do our absolute best to keep pissing off people and saying the most offensive shit within reason. And ultimately, I'd almost like it if they started throwing trash at us after wins or something. That'd be pretty wild.
I'll throw that shit back at the fans.
Yeah, I could actually probably see you doing that. One more question before we go for the night, because I know it's late and I apologize for that. Busy day for me today. Who would you like to work in AACW in the future?
Scrubby, that's funny. But yeah, that would definitely be awesome. Maybe somewhere down the line, the Bulletproof Posse versus the new AACW Tag Champions, and maybe have like the whole fancy, not intro, but like the pre-match stuff where they're throwing the ribbons and stuff too. Because that would definitely be pretty sweet.
You sucker. Nah. Anybody, really. Everybody seems pretty cool in the locker rooms, and I get along with everybody, so anybody.
Honestly, I'd want to build up. I want to have like a little bit of a run first, before we were to like face any kind of champions. So, I've said this for a while. Definitely you, Chad, would be one of them. But I guess there was another. I don't know if they're a tag team yet, but that Hysterics the Clown, and I guess he has a tag partner. Working with them might be pretty interesting. But then with the ultimate goal, facing Christian and Justin. Yeah, anybody can get these hands. Open invite.
I'm going to split up our tag team, and I'm going to fight Chris now for the get these hands remark. That was whack.
I was waiting for you to say something. No, I definitely think it would be interesting, man. I've been really wanting to do because I know I'm in this. I'm in this storyline for a little bit too myself with Swade and Knuckles, and like I've really been wanting to do. Like I'm a big fan of Finn Balor and Ace Austin, and they kind of do like in the beginning, kind of hold kind of shit, and then kind of just go into it. Um, I've been really wanting to kind of do in that match to see how well I can do.
Whatever.
Don't you whatever me, punk bitch.
But no, as far as I know, I didn't even know the tag titles were going to come out. To be honest, I was told not until next year that they were going to come out. But Shane brought them out. It's something about Bad Boys of Wrestling or something. I think something to do with when he first got them with his tag partner like a long time ago, and that's why I decided to come out. But I know definitely next year they're pushing for tag teams and stuff like that. I got a tag partner that I want to bring up, but it's just when he's got the time to do it. It's one of my trainees or whatever that I had, Brutus Dillon, that I want to definitely bring up to tag up with me.
You mean like in a chain wrestling technical kind of way?
Yeah, because I mean they I don't even really, to be honest, AACW has not seen any chain wrestling. Like I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big Ring of Honor fanatic. So I really like chain holds, go into spots kind of a thing, and kind of just build up to a spot. Which I mean, I honestly can do chain now, but I don't like with me. I don't know. I like to be innovative and change my move setup a lot, which I know on our off season I want to focus on at least like 6 moves and portray those to be my moves, just kind of go into them kind of differently.
I suck at chain wrestling, so I'll just stay to the stuff I know.
In my
Scrubby's phone getting ready to die. Do you guys, the last thing we're going to do you guys want to do any shout outs to anybody?
yeah, that's a good point. Without watching like the previous matches, I would think somebody like I'm probably gonna say his name wrong, so I apologize. But was it Rick Vitel? I know he does a lot of technical stuff and is a pretty well-rounded guy. So yeah.
Oh no, I agree. I've known Rick for a while. He's definitely stepped up his game. The thing with me is he's got asthma all on its own, but he can go. Like because I've been in the ring with him once. I didn't really like what we kind of did. We kind of did it to where I was supposed to do this thing where I kind of ran out of energy, and then he just like beat me up to where DeVille came out and saved me and stuff like that, which I really didn't like that aspect. But I mean, I did it because that's what they all wanted to do. But yeah, I would definitely like to do something with Rick eventually that's kind of that style, definitely. No problem, guys. You guys all have a great night. I really appreciate it, like I said, coming on. I will definitely have all this edited and everything for you guys tomorrow. We will talk to you guys later and see you guys in November. All right, guys, this concludes my podcast with the Bulletproof Posse. We did do it out of character, so just letting you guys know that ahead of time. Our final AACW show is November 13th at the Alliance Event Center at 1510 South Market Street, Kokomo, Indiana. The doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. It is $10 for adults and also $5 for kids that are 7 and under. Also, too, the main event, I believe, is featured to be a survival styles match. So you're going to see some definitely hard-hitting action, death-defying action as well. Congratulations on the new tag belts for Justin Terrell and Christian Cash on completing a task and definitely earning the tag team belts. Congratulations to Rick Vidal on keeping his heavyweight AACW title, and the same thing to Johnny Crisis on keeping his EECW title. Brody Botkins, I apologize, but I do not know what your title is called, but congratulations on also keeping your belt as well. So that's it, my friends. We will talk to you guys definitely later and see you guys hopefully out on November 13th for AACW. If you need any more videos, pictures, anything like that, if you guys definitely want to go ahead and check out the AACW fan page on Facebook. There you can see all kinds of videos, pictures, and everything like that, advertisements and everything to keep up on the gossip and everything with AACW. We will talk to you guys all later.